Hi, everybody. This is Todd Creager. Today, I'm talking to you about shifting your relationship from a parent-child pattern to an adult-adult pattern. Two healthy adults that can communicate from their adult selves. It is not often what happens in relationships that have been around for a while. What happens instead, and if let me know if this relates to you. Feel free to comment on this. But many times, if not all the time, often couples will slip into a feeling of, I feel like the parent in this relationship, and my partner's like a child I got to manage or judge or praise or criticize. And the other person might experience, wow, I feel like I'm the kid and the child in this relationship with my partner trying to control me, nag me, praise me, or criticize me. And it can feel that way. You can feel like a parent, like the one who has the parental responsibilities, or you could feel like the person who needs to either comply or rebel, right? When that's what children do, they either comply or rebel. Adults choose. They choose to put aside their needs for somebody else or choose to not. But children comply or rebel because they're not ready yet to see themselves as equal and see, let's say, their parents as an equal. My parent is someone that I get things from, that gives me things or doesn't, or restricts me. The person who's the parent sees the child as someone that they have to raise, they have to manage, they have to guide and structure. So if you experience some of those, if the sense of it is, yeah, I feel more like a parent or I feel like a child, then this video relates to you. Sometimes it can shift. So you're going to have the mother-son variety, where, and of course, it could be in a homosexual or heterosexual relationship or in a relationship of any kind. It's not the parent-child pattern is in all kinds of relationships that I've worked with. But typically, in a heterosexual relationship, you could call it either a mother-son or a father-daughter type. But there can be a mother-daughter, a father-son. In gay relationships, the key is it feels like a parent, it feels like I'm a child. Now, the problem with a parent-child pattern, several problems. One is the person in the child role is not perceiving the person in the parent role as someone who has wants and needs, which is closer to the truth. They see that person as, like I said, either a threat, who's going to get you in trouble, who's going to try to manage you or control you. It's really a story that's not really true, though. There's really a need the person in the parent role has. Now, the person in the parent role might be it might be difficult for that person to be vulnerable and can state things in a way that makes it easy for the other person to go, oh, you need me. So it could come off as, will you take out the garbage? Right? And so the person in the other role can feel like you're my authority figure telling me what to do, as opposed to, and this is, I coach people that slip into the parent role to speak like this. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with all the things I need to do. And if you could take out the trash and actually do that on a habitual basis, ah, it would just take one thing off my plate. I really appreciate it. Because that is vulnerable. That is not coming from a parental part. It's coming from a healthy adult part that's vulnerable, asks for what you want. So let's say, to continue the scenario, you're the partner that is being told, can you take out the trash? I know that could make you feel like you're being nagged at, but that's not correct. Your partner's having an experience and they need something from you, or they're having a feeling of overwhelm or frustration or disappointment, and they're trying to let you know that. But they might not be saying it that way, and that's why I just said the person in the parent role needs to learn how to be more vulnerable and share and come from stating, As John Gottman, a great marriage researcher, says, stating the positive need. What I need from you to help me not feel so overwhelmed, right? But you take out the trash, maybe the partner's a little frustrated, you haven't been taking out the trash. You need to catch how old you feel at that moment. You might feel like a little kid. Catch it. Oh my God. When you take out the trash, it makes me feel like I'm a little kid, but the truth is that my partner needs something from me and is stating it maybe in not the easiest way for me to hear. But you want to practice seeing I am an adult. I could actually choose to say, no, I don't care if you're overwhelmed. I'm not going to do it. But in all probability, if I'm coming from my adult place, I don't have to rebel. And if I say yes, I'm not complying. Instead, I'm seeing you really are overwhelmed. I see it, and I will be happy to do that for you. I really wish you wouldn't say it that way, but I will definitely help you out because you need me. You need me. That's one less thing on your plate. You will feel less overwhelmed. I'll be happy to do it. And then the partner might respond by going, yeah, okay, thanks. I appreciate it. Sorry if I was a little abrupt. I mean, it's not going to always be exactly like that, but there oftentimes when we shift out of these parent-child patterns and we start to realize that the person that was in the parent role just has a want or a need, and the person in the child role probably is erroneously seeing him or herself as a person who has less power. When we start to see, oh yeah, those are just kind of roles that we play. They're almost like masks that we play that we protect ourselves. We don't look at what's really going on. What's really going on is you might have a need. There's a part of me that doesn't want to do it because I want to do something else, but that's not going to work. I need to be an adult. So I need to look at that in me. If I'm the one who's constantly dragging my feet and maybe in a way unconsciously asking you, my partner, to do everything that I'm too lazy to do. Like I want to be comfortable, and that means you're going to have to be really uncomfortable, maybe a contortionist. So the person that is in that child role usually needs to say, look, I got to do things I don't want to do. Children don't want to do things they don't want to do. I mean, they'll do it, but they don't really want to do it. And adults will help teach them, hopefully. Sometimes you got to do your homework. I mean, not sometimes. You got to do your homework. You got to brush your teeth. They don't really want to do it, maybe. They'd rather play or watch TV. Adults, there's a lot of things we don't want to do. Maybe I don't want to take out the trash, but you need me. So you start to recognize that this is two equals. We're two equals, two equal people that have wants and needs. That we need to make room for both people's wants and needs. You've never tried to control me if I used to think you did because I came from that child part and projected onto you the parent part. You've never tried to control me. You've wanted things from me. You've asked things of me. And when I come from my adult place and I say, you just have a legitimate need, now I could say to you, no, I'm really not going to do it. And these are the reasons why. I hurt both hands and I can't lift the garbage can. So whatever the case may be, right? But you have a right to say yes and a right to say no. You just don't have a right to do it from the child part. The person, the parent part, has a right to have wants and needs. You just can't say it like a parent talking to a child. To be more vulnerable, express the positive need. So then, again, like I said, you're creating more of a sense of we're two equals, we're two adults, and we're treating each other with respect, and we're understanding what's really behind what's the truth. The vulnerable truth is you're not my parent, you're not my child, we're both adults. We sometimes ask things of each other that maybe we don't want to do, but you were doing it because we need something, or we're disappointed about something if we express something. Or if I complain to my partner, doesn't mean I'm the parent, you're the child. It means I'm having some uncomfortable feeling, some disappointment, something. And you can be the adult and listen. So if this resonates with you, then great. And of course, it's not so easy to get unstuck from that. It's really very easy to slip into it, but at least become aware of it. course, I am here if you want me to help you, coach you through it, help you develop the emotional muscle to keep it as two equals, adult to adult, and not slip into that parent-child dynamic, which almost all couples do. So I'm here. So hopefully this helps. You found it useful, and feel free to comment and let me know what you think. And this is Todd Creager, making the world safe for love.